Hi guys, this is your sister in Jesus Christ, Kerry-Ann. Guys, I want to share this quick dream with you that the Lord gave me concerning Pope Francis on the 26th of April 2016. Guys, in this vision, I saw myself standing in a huge, thick crowd, and inside a house was going Pope Francis. But before he entered into the house, he stopped and he told the people that he's going in to pray for them. And everybody was excited that the Pope was going to pray. And as he entered the house, I was standing outside just talking to these people. And then something prompted me to go inside the house. And I didn't know why I wanted to go inside the house, but I did. And as soon as I went into this house, there was two rooms. One room Pope Francis was in, and the door was halfway open, and the next room I was in. And as I stood in this room when I went inside the house watching Pope Francis, I thought he was praying. But ladies and gentlemen, when I listen closely, it appears as if Pope Francis was chanting, and he was looking into this book that had a leather covering, and there was some images on the book. I saw on the outside of this book the two-finger sign, and I also saw what appears to be a goat head with huge long horns. And then I listened closely and I thought, this is not praying. And when I looked, he was chanting over a bed, and on the bed there lay this huge body, figure laying on the bed, dressed in black with black veil on their face. And as the Pope was chanting, out of nowhere appeared another figure dressed in black, ladies and gentlemen. And this figure was doing what I would say miracles, because he was literally creating lightning with his hands. There was lightning coming from his hands, and lightning filled the room that Pope Francis was in, what this figure was doing. And also in the corner of the room was some other people dressed in a long red hooded garment with black lining in the hood. And as they were carrying on, Pope Francis saw me, and when he saw me, shouted and said, what are you doing here? And I said, I'm going. And as I tried to open the door, ladies and gentlemen, the door wouldn't open. And then he looked again and he saw me and he said, are you still here? And I said, I'm going. And as I tried my very hardest to open this door, the door would not open. And ladies and gentlemen, I heard when Pope Francis said, right, we need a human sacrifice to finish off this ritual. Go kill her. And as soon as I heard that, I don't know, I tried to open the door, and the door flew open, ladies and gentlemen, and I ran outside. And when I ran outside, I was warning the people, was telling them exactly what Pope Francis was doing. They wouldn't have it. They were stoning me. They wanted to kill me. They called me a liar. They said Pope Francis is an excellent man. He's a man of God, and I'm just making up stories. Out came of the house was Pope Francis and these figures that was dressed in a red hooded garment. And when they came out, Pope Francis was laughing and smiling with them, and he said, I've prayed to the Lord on your behalf. Everything is well. But when I looked on the people behind Pope Francis that was dressed in a red hooded garment, they looked demonic. But the people in the crowd, could not see this, ladies and gentlemen. I was the only one that was picking this up, and I was just so astonished that these people, though, they just look so evil. They just don't look human at all. But nobody figured out and picked it up. And the crowd was cheering Pope Francis, and just, you know, like what you see on television, everybody's all over him. That's exactly what was happening. And then he went away, and then that dream ended. And I've shared this on my timeline, and you know, God reveals things. You know, I don't understand 100% about the Vatican. I don't understand about the Catholic faith. I really don't understand. I don't understand about it. But God reveals things, ladies and gentlemen, and He's not a liar. No, I don't know what's going on, but I got this dream, and I just want to share it with you all. May God eternally bless you. I love you all, and I see you someday in glory. In Jesus' glorious name. Amen and amen. Amen. Thank you for listening. Thank you.